Welcome to the cosmic shifts of January 3rd, 2025. Venus is going to be entering into the watery sign of Pisces, and Mars is going to oppose Pluto transit. This is for all 12 signs. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate. I specialize in traditional, Western, and evolutionary astrology. I'm excited to share this month's transit forecast with you. Please like and subscribe as it helps the channel to grow. If you are new here, you can find more about my offerings at willowgracemystic.com. For those of you who always follow me, thank you for sharing your journey with me. So on January 3rd, 2025, this is marked by two significant and contrasting astrological events. First, we're going to have Venus enter into this very dreamy and compassionate sign of Pisces. I love this. And then we have Mars in Leo forming this opposition in the sign of Pluto in Aquarius. So together, this transit is creating this heightened energy of the day, calling for both introspection and mindful action. Venus entering into Pisces brings about love, compassion, and creativity. And all that energy is going to be amplified for this transit because Venus is the planet of love and beauty and values. It's exalted in the sign of Pisces. It is enhancing its most tender and spiritual qualities. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and it brings this focus of emotional depth, of artistic inspiration, and a sense of this divine connection. Under this transit, you're encouraged to embrace acts of compassion, to deepen your emotional bonds with others, to explore creative outlets. This is going to be a time that you're going to want to connect with others more on a soul level in order to seek the healing through forgiveness and in understanding and compassion with others. Now, while Venus is in Pisces, it inspires us to have romance and artistic expression. It also can blur boundaries. It makes it easy to fall prey to idealistic or escapist tendencies. So be mindful of maintaining the balance within your relationships in order to ensure that your dreams remain grounded in reality. As Mars opposes Pluto, this is about a clash of power and passion coming at each other. Simultaneously, Mars in Leo, it opposes Pluto in Aquarius, creating what may be probably the most intense, challenging aspect of this month. Mars represents our action, our drive, our assertion. Pluto embodies transformation, power, control. It's about birth, death, rebirth, the whole transformation process. Together, these energies, they can manifest as this dramatic clash of wills. It's revealing this deep-seated power struggles that are intensifying our emotional responses. This opposition is the second in a series of three, with the first that occurred in early November of 2024 at the final degrees of Cancer and Capricorn. So if you reflect on the events that happened at that time that involved power struggles or moments of personal transformation or that brought challenges to authority, these topics can now reemerge, but with a new dynamic. Those were in the final degrees. This is at the beginning degrees. And so the iteration moves from the very early degrees of Leo and Aquarius, and it's kind of shifting our focus towards themes of self-expression, individuality, and the collective good. The third and final opposition, this is in the series. It's not going to take place until late April of 2025. It's going to offer a culmination and a resolution during this transformative cycle. Now, the Mars retrograde factor. This opposition is particularly potent because it occurs during a Mars retrograde. This is a time when the planet's outward drive is turned inward. And so retrograde periods, they slow Mars's energy. It urges us to have reflection of our past actions and our motivations, and that have to revolve around conflicts. Now, this introspective energy, it can now feel at odds with Pluto's intense push to transform, for control, for creating an internal and an external tug of war. There can be power struggles, so beware of any dynamics where control or authority can be challenged. There can be these intensified emotions that tempers can now flare, and these unresolved anger and feelings could now resurface. The transformation can come through the conflict. While it's difficult, this aspect, it really offers us this opportunity to face our fears, to address these destructive patterns, and to embrace the personal growth that comes from the tense opposition. Now, warning about aggression. One of the most critical aspects of this transit is the potential for volatility. Since Mars is stationed retrograde, any action that's rooted in violence or negativity or hostility is likely to swing back around like a boomerang. It will be amplified, coming back at you with the consequences, whether they're verbal or physical or emotional acts of aggression. These could spark conflicts that spiral out of control. Look to avoid engaging in any destructive behavior and look to instead channel this energy into healthier outlets, such as physical activity or creative projects or journaling. This is also going to be an ideal time to address any unresolved anger issues or engage in meaningful inner work. By confronting the enemy from within, you can achieve the most profound healing and growth by transforming this challenge into an empowerment. Venus is here to soften the edges. The entry of Venus coming into the sign of Pisces on the same day, it provides this much needed counterbalance to the intensity of the Mars and Pluto. While Mars and Pluto, it demands this confrontation and the transformation, Venus invites us to be compassionate, to look for forgiveness and a deeper connection to love and to beauty. Lean into this energy to navigate these conflicts with grace, focusing on finding the harmony rather than exacerbating the discord or the anger. Look to reflect on November of 2024 to consider the themes that can now come back up for the first time that Mars and Pluto was in opposition, with how they can now resurface. Avoid the power struggles. Look to stay mindful of the dynamics that could escalate unnecessarily. Channel the energy constructively. Use creative or physical outlets to work through these intense emotions that can come up at this time. This is an opportunity to work on those things. Lean into the Venus in Pisces. Seek compassion and forgiveness and a connection amidst all the tension. This is a day of transformation. January 3rd, 2025 brings this dynamic interplay of these energies. While Venus in Pisces is really encouraging love and connection, the Mars and the Pluto opposition is forcing us to confront and to transform the shadow aspects of power and of anger. Together, these transits, they're inviting us to embrace both the softer and more intense sides that can come from growth, making this day a really profound reflection around healing and opportunity. Offerings this month: join my Patreon community for exclusive astrology content. As a member, you'll gain access to ad-free early access videos, monthly lives for astrology, Zoom, and energy sessions. It's the perfect space if you're ready to dive deeper into the celestial currents. Go to the link below in the description and explore all the different membership tiers and benefits. I also have a special for Capricorns. Celebrate your birthday with a personalized solar return reading at a special rate. Use the code Capricorn10 at checkout to enjoy this limited time discount. Schedule your appointment and discover what the universe has in store for you for your year ahead. Additionally, I'm offering live astrology consultations every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Reserve your spot and get in the queue because spaces fill up fast, and be sure to use the link below. I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you and helping you to navigate your journey ahead. So let's dive in. So for Aries, I want to start with Venus. Venus here in your 12th house, this transit is really going to emphasize rest, healing, recovery. It's about your spiritual practices. You might feel drawn to artistic or reflective activities, looking to seek solace or solitude. It's a place where we go to be alone. Use this time to reflect, to look at how can I let go of past hurts, how can I heal, how can I focus on creative or spiritual outlets. The challenge comes from sensitivity and the desire for escape. It can now come up. So be mindful of avoiding any unhealthy habits of totally ignoring what life, like tapping out of life. This is a time for rest and recovery, not tuning out. Prioritize self-care. Look to meditate, journal, and anything that you can do that you can process these emotions. Embrace the quiet moments in order for you to recharge. Now, the Mars opposite Pluto. Mars is your chart ruler, so it's always important for you to be following where does Mars go and what is Mars doing. And so Mars is fueling your creativity, your self-expression, while Pluto here is demanding that there has to be some type of transformation that comes between friendship and these group dynamics. There can be a clash that highlights the tensions between your personal passions and your collective responsibilities. The opportunities are that it's offering you an opportunity to align with projects or larger goals in order to transform what is your role within the social groups or within your friendships that can reflect your true values. The challenge comes from power struggles or that can come with children or romantic relationships or within your friends. There can be conflicts that are individuality or these group expectations can now come up. Avoid letting your ego drive your actions. Focus on collaboration without sacrificing your authenticity. Channel this energy for moving towards projects that truly inspire you. Channel Mars's energy into areas that inspire you, but ensure that those projects, they align with your long-term goals. Avoid letting your ego drive your actions, because this can lead to these conflicts within your social circles, your social group settings. Remember that the 11th house is who you collaborate with, and this could be friends or this can also be work associates. If power struggles do arise with these friends or the people that you're collaborating with, look to step back and assess the whole situation. Practice the diplomacy. Focus on your shared objectives. Look at things from a different perspective. Look to find the harmony between what you desire and your personal recognition and your contribution to the group and wanting it to have success. Let go of any rigid expectations of how things should unfold. Having Mars be your chart ruler, these transits are inviting you to have these deep emotional opportunities for healing and for rest and recovery, and looking at the transformative growth and the opportunities to realign your personal desires with your broader goals and less competition. So Aries, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, go to willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Taurus, Venus is your chart ruler, so it's always important for you to be following where does she go and what is she doing. And with Venus now entering into your 11th house, the focus now is on Venusian topics of friendship, community, these long-term aspirations that you have. It's going to be a time that you're going to want to connect with like-minded people who have these shared goals in order to nurture these relationships. Look to build these supportive relationships within groups and explore these creative collaborations. These could be through activities that you want to do, or these could be friendship groups, these could be networking, or these could be people that you work with. These could be work communities. The opportunities can come with looking to find happiness and joy and softening things. The challenge comes from over idealizing your friendships that could lead to unrealistic expectations, either for yourself or from others. Look to stay grounded within these connections. Focus on how do you align these group efforts with realistic goals. Now, you also have this Mars-Pluto opposition. This is in a tough area. This has to do with home and career. And so this Mars energy, it's energizing your home life and your personal foundations. Remember that the fourth house is your living situation. It's who you are within your personal life. And so while Pluto, it's challenging you to transform your career, your public image. The 10th house is the top of your chart. It's you being seen by everybody else. And so there can be these tensions between your personal and your professional priorities that can now surface. Now, the opportunities are you being able to restructure your home environment and redefine your personal ambitions. Use this transit to clarify what are your long-term goals. These conflicts with family members or authority figures can now come up, wanting you to balance your work and your home life. It can feel overwhelming and daunting. Practice patience with your family network, within these family dynamics, with diplomacy at work. Use these grounding activities to maintain the balance and avoid these impulse decisions. If tensions do arise at home, avoid reacting impulsively. Instead, initiate calm conversations that you can use to address the underlying issues. Use this time to create a safe, supportive environment to share, talk, and nurture. Professionally, avoid power plays with authority figures or with other colleagues. Focus on restructuring your goals in a way that supports your long-term growth without sacrificing your personal well-being. Engage in these grounding activities like gardening or cooking or meditation or staying centered amidst all these external pressures that are going on in these two key areas of your life. Balance is going to be the key in managing both your home and your career. These transits are inviting you to have these deep emotional healing that comes from balancing home and career in order to transform your growth, these opportunities to realign with what are your personal desires and your broader goals. So Taurus, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, check out my website, willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Gemini, Venus is at the top of your chart. This is the 10th house. It is the most public, you being seen for career, responsibility, the legacy that you want to leave behind. And so having Venus here, this is really enhancing your public image in your relationship with your career. This is about compassion and creativity becoming your greatest strengths and assets at this time. There can be opportunities for you to gain recognition for artistic or empathetic contributions at work. This is about beauty, love, money, and collaboration and connecting people, places, and things together. Avoid idealizing your professional opportunities or people in positions of authority or power. Look to stay authentic within your career pursuits. Align your work with your personal values while she is here. You also have Pluto and Mars in an opposition. So a Mars-Pluto opposition within these two areas of your life, Mars's energy is all about communication and short-term plans. The third house is who we communicate with on a day-to-day basis, while Pluto is demanding major transformation within your belief system or within publishing or legal matters or within travel or your long-term aspirations. The opportunities that can come from this is the ability to engage in meaningful dialogues and to consider pursuing education or travel that can expand your mind and your worldview. The tension between your practical responsibilities and your visionary goals can now crop up, and there can be these intellectual disagreements that can arise between you and others. Look to approach debates with an open mind. Balance your local commitments with aspirations for broader growth. Practice mindful communication in order to avoid the arguments. If a debate arises, look to focus on listening and wanting to understand these different perspectives rather than insisting that you are always right. While there's going to be this pull to travel, to learn, to pursue this new path, or to have this, to ensure that your actions are well planned out and aligned with your long-term values, Pluto is here to transform this area of your life for the next 20 years. This is going to be a slow process. So address any miscommunications as they come up, or any misunderstandings with a willingness to compromise, a willingness to hear other people out. Use this time to transform how you approach discussions and your intellectual pursuits. This transit is offering you the opportunity for deep emotional healing, that you can bring to the world with your career, your job, and these transformative growth opportunities for you to align your personal desires with broader goals. This is you broadening your mind, your body, and your spirit. So Gemini, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, go to willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my membership community, Patreon, through the link below. And don't forget to subscribe. So for Cancer, I want to talk about Venus first. She is going to be in a harmonious aspect to your first house of yourself, your identity, a fellow water sign. And so Venus in Pisces in your 9th house, this transit is really encouraging exploration through travel, through networking, through education or spiritual practices. There can be an inspiration that comes from expanding your horizons. The 9th house is cross-cultural experiences and foreign people, places, and things. It's the study of expanding your mind. There can be these opportunities for you to truly dive into creative studies or embark on these journeys that broaden your perspective. Avoid becoming overly idealistic within your pursuits. Look to stay grounded while embracing new experiences as they come up. Look to pursue growth that aligns with your long-term values. Now, you also have a Mars-Pluto opposition. So with a Mars-Pluto opposition here in your life, Mars in your 2nd house is really pushing for financial independence for you. It wants you to clarify what are your values. The 2nd house revolves around your cash, your skill set, your property, what you need in order to feel secure. And so Pluto in your 8th house of shared resources and psychological healing, it's asking you to transform your shared resources or your intimate partnerships or relationships with other people. Now, the opportunities that can come with this is you addressing what are your financial goals and strengthening these emotional bonds that you have with other people by resolving any underlying fears. There can be a challenge of power struggles that come up over finances or differing values within partnerships. I'm encouraging you to be transparent in your financial and your emotional matters. Use this transit to build trust and to redirect your approach to money and intimacy. Be cautious with your money matters. Avoid impulse spending or risky investments. This is going to be a time that you're going to want to review your financial goals. You're going to want to create a plan for your long-term stability. There can be within your relationships a need to set clear and concise boundaries to avoid these power struggles that could come up around shared resources or emotional vulnerability. Practice transparency within your discussions about finances and trust. use this transit to truly confront your fears and your insecurities around worthiness. Focus on activities that build your confidence and strengthen your foundation and your self-worth. This transit is inviting you to do the deep emotional healing that comes with transformative growth over your self-worth and your connection with others, working through that fear. This is about an opportunity to realign your personal desires with your broader goals and your connections with other people. So Cancer, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, go to willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon membership community using the link below, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Leo, I want to talk about Venus first. Venus, being the goddess of love and beauty and money and resources, is now in your 8th house. And so Venus here is really deepening your emotional connections. She's highlighting themes of intimacy for you, topics that go around your shared resources that could offer you transformation. Remember that the 8th house revolves around your business partner, your significant other. It can also be exes because of alimony and child support. It can also be family members because of debt or wills that you have accumulated together. And so the opportunities that can come from this transit are you healing those emotional wounds in order to strengthen trust within these close partnerships or these relationships. The challenges can be vulnerability, that you might feel overwhelmed, or idealism within intimate matters that could cloud your judgment. Embrace emotional honesty and allow for the transformative healing to unfold naturally. Now, you also have Mars-Pluto opposition. This has everything to do with you and partnership. Mars is in your 1st house of self. This is your identity. And so Mars here is really boosting your personal assertiveness, while Pluto is transforming the dynamics that you have within your relationships. Pluto is in your 7th house of +1, business partners, significant others, clients, open enemies, exes. This is where we collaborate and meet people. And so this transit can really reveal these power imbalances or unresolved conflicts that you have with other people. The opportunities that can come are a strengthening of relationships by addressing the underlying issues, redefining your personal and your partnership boundaries, balancing independence with collaboration. There can be tensions that arise if assertiveness turns into aggression, either on your part or somebody else's. Practice self-awareness and communicate with compassion. Focus on mutual understanding and these shared goals that you have together. While Mars in your 1st house, it's really boosting your confidence. Ensure that your assertiveness, it doesn't come off as arrogance or aggression. Practice self-awareness and approach your conflicts with calm determination. Address power imbalances that come within your partnerships with honesty and compassion. Avoid controlling behavior and instead seek mutual understanding and within the people that you speak with or connect with and you collaborate with. Reflect on how you have grown since November and this opposition, and use this as insight to establish healthier relationship patterns that you can use in order to move forward. Knowing that this transit is really inviting you to have deep emotional healing with who are you and who are you in partnership and the transformative growth that comes from collaboration with others. This is an opportunity to align with your personal desires with your broader goals. So Leo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, go to willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content, check out my membership community on Patreon using the link below, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Virgo, I want to start off first with Venus. Venus is now entering into your partnership sector, your +1 sector. Venus here in your 7th house, it's really highlighting business partners, significant others, clients, all of your emotional and your partnership connections. This is going to be a time that you're going to want to nurture your existing relationships that you have with others and attract meaningful new ones. Having Venus here is this opportunity to strengthen the bonds through open communication and mutual support that you have with other people. The challenge is, how do I avoid over idealizing partners or becoming overly reliant upon them? Focus on balance and reciprocity in your relationships. Remember, this is the +1 house, you with everybody else. Foster these healthy communication styles with trust. Now, the opposition comes with Mars and Pluto. So Mars and Pluto, Mars is energizing your subconscious exploration. The 12th house is the house of hidden. It's the dreams, intuition, psychic ability. It's also the house of isolation and what the deep journeys that we take. It's karma, it's healing, and it's renewing. While Pluto, on the other hand, it's demanding transformation in your day-to-day routines for your own health, your mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being. And so the challenge comes from the inner turmoil or overworking that can lead to stress and burnout. Use this transit in order to confront your hidden fears and to establish these healthier routines. Balance your action with rest. Engage in healing practices like yoga, meditation, journaling, or anything that gives you time to be alone. It's about rest and recovery, and this the process is to allow you time to connect with these emotions that you're feeling and create sustainable habits. Use Mars's energy to tackle any unresolved emotional patterns. It's like a broken record going around and around and around. So consider journaling or therapy or meditation in order to understand the hidden fears or the habits that can be possibly holding you back. Make these changes to your routines that prioritize your well-being, doing things for yourself. And this could be the chiropractor. This could be seeking out the friendship. And it's not all about all work and no play. If work feels overwhelming for you, reassess your priorities and set boundaries in order for you to avoid burnout. Balance your action with rest. There could be healing activities like yoga or breath work or sound baths, anything that can help you navigate the intensity that comes with this transit. This transit is truly saying, I want you to go within, do the deep emotional healing in order to release yourself from your fears, from the karma, from the broken record of what other people have said to you or that you feel upon yourself, and transform and grow. These are opportunities for you to align with your personal desires with your broader goals. So Virgo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, go to willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community membership in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Libra, I want to start off with Venus, your chart ruler, and saying it's always important for you to be following where that pretty gal goes. So Venus is entering your 6th house of your day-to-day living. It's finding harmony between your daily routines, your work, your health, your wellness. It's the balance between home and career. This is going to be an excellent time for you to beautify your workspace or to focus on self-care. And this could be alternative health and healing wellness opportunities for you. The opportunities that can come from this transit are strengthening your workplace relationship or incorporating creative or compassionate practices into your daily routine. You might find the joy in helping others. The challenge that can come from overindulgence or procrastination that could impact your productivity. I'm going to encourage you to balance relaxation with efficiency. Focus on bringing meaning and creativity to your everyday tasks. Mars in Pluto is really pushing this energy in a different direction. So embrace what Venus is offering you, because the Mars-Pluto opposition, Mars is driving your ambition within your group settings, within your friendships, with the 11th house is your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, and being very driven and action oriented. While Pluto wants to transform your creative passions, your romantic life. There can be these conflicts between your personal goals and the collective of what what is being demanded of you from others that can now surface and become a problem or a difficulty in order for you to work through. The opportunity that can come from this transit is you using your creativity to inspire the collective efforts of others, strengthening your friendships or your networking by addressing the underlying issues with openness. The challenge can come from ego clashes within these social settings or within romantic conflicts or partnerships that can arise. I'm encouraging you to focus on collaboration while maintaining your own individuality. Avoid power struggles by practicing empathy and compromise. Look to avoid letting your ego interfere within these networking opportunities or these networking situations. These can be with friends, or these can be work associates, or these could be in clubs or group settings. Focus on the shared goals and listen to what other people have for their ideas. Collaboration is going to be more productive than competition. Look to channel this tension into more creative projects or hobbies that can bring joy. This is really going to be a great time to revisit passions that align with your authentic self. If conflicts do arise within your friendships or within romantic relationships, approach the situation with empathy and with a willingness to hear out and to compromise. This transit is inviting you to have this deep emotional healing between what you want, creative projects, your inner child, and your group affiliations, your networking, the collaborative efforts that you have with other people. There can be transformative growth in these opportunities in order for you to realign your personal desires with your broader goals. So Libra, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, go to willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content, check out my membership through Patreon community using the link below, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Scorpio, I want to start with Venus. Venus is in a harmonious aspect to your first house of self, your identity. Having Venus in your fifth house, it's really enhancing your creativity, your romance, your pleasure, your joy. You might feel inspired to pursue artistic projects or deepen your romantic connections with others. The fifth house represents children, childlike activities, art, music, beauty. So the opportunities that can come from this are you engaging in hobbies or creative self-expression or activities that bring you joy, tapping into that inner child, bonding with children or loved ones in a meaningful way. The challenge can come from over-idealizing your romantic partner or these creative outcomes that could lead to disappointment. So look to stay present and embrace the process of creation and the connection without the attachment of rigid expectations. Now, you also have Mars-Pluto. This is a tough aspect to have. Yours is between your home and your career, two areas that square who you are. So this opposition of Mars is energizing your career, your public life. The 10th house is the legacy that you want to leave behind, while Pluto in your home life is demanding transformation at home. The 4th house represents your living situation or your personal life. And so this is your emotional foundations. And so there can be these tensions between public responsibilities and your private needs that can now come up and surface. Look to restructure your professional goals while creating emotional security at home. Use this transit to kind of clarify what does success mean to you. There can be conflicts with family members or authority figures that can come up that could test your patience. So balance your work and your personal responsibilities. Create strong emotional foundations that support your professional ambitions. Avoid impulse decisions or confrontations at work. Use Mars's drive to truly reassess what your professional goals are, because Pluto has this transformative energy to focus on long-term success, and it's wanting you to have the long-term success over stability. Now, look to also address any unresolved family issues as they come up with kindness and care. Have open communication that can lead to deeper understanding and internal healing. Prioritize time for both your career growth and your personal grounding. Create routines that truly support both areas of your life without overextending yourself. Scorpio, these transits invite these deeper emotional healings for you within major areas of your life that offer you transformative growth with your foundation, your career, and these opportunities to realign your personal desires with these broader goals. So Scorpio, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my membership community through Patreon using the link below, and don't forget to subscribe. So Sagittarius, you have Venus now entering the lowest part of your chart, your home, your security. The fourth house represents your living situation. It's your personal life. Having Venus here for this transit brings harmony and beauty and warmth to your home, to your family life. This is going to be a time of nurturing your emotional security and beautifying your domestic, your home environment. The opportunities that can come from this is deepening family bonds, redecorating your home, or creating a sanctuary for yourself. The challenges can come from emotional sensitivity that could lead to family conflicts or an over-reliance on comfort zones. I'm encouraging you to practice patience within your family dynamics and focus on creating a loving, peaceful atmosphere at home. Now, the Mars-Pluto opposition. Mars fuels a desire for exploration and for growth with cross-cultural experiences, foreign people, places, and things. It's legal matters, it's publishing, it's teaching. And Pluto wants to transform your communication style, your local relationships, you at home. The opportunities that can come from this opposition are pursuing travel and pursuing education or spiritual studies that expand your worldview, using meaningful dialogue in order to transform your perspective. The challenge that can come from this is this intellectual disagreements or delays that can come from travel or education plans that can just come up. I'm encouraging you to stay open-minded, to seek a common ground during debates or communication with others. Balance the big picture aspirations with practical day-to-day realities. Use this time to expand your mind and your worldview. Dive into spiritual or philosophical studies, but ensure that they're grounded in practicality. If disagreements do arise, focus on constructive dialogue rather than heated debates. Approach conversations with curiosity and respect rather than a closed door. Balance the need for exploration with the practicalities of your daily life. Use your insights to improve your communication style and your relationships within the people that you communicate with on a day-to-day basis. These transits are inviting you to have emotional healing and to broaden your mind. It's to have more communication, a better way of communication, to transforming it to, this is an opportunity to realign with your personal desires and to broaden your goals with broadening your mind. So Sagittarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, go to willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content, deeper insights, check out my membership community through Patreon using the link below. And don't forget to subscribe. So for Capricorn, I want to talk about Venus first. Venus in your third house, she's enhancing all types of the way that you communicate with people, creativity, local connections. Venus wants to bring people, places, and things together. It's about love and beauty and harmony and your resources and the relationship that you have with your siblings and your neighbors and your cousins. They can become more harmonious at this time. It's an opportunity for you to collaborate on creative projects, or to engage in heartfelt conversations with other people, or to reconnect with loved ones that are nearby. The challenge that can come from this is over sentimentality in the communication that could cloud your judgment. So focus on clear and thoughtful communication. Use this time to nurture your relationships, these meaningful connections that you have with other people, to explore creative expression. Now, the Mars-Pluto opposition, this is a tough one. This is in your money and resources sector, and in your resource sector that is combined with other people. Having Mars energize your financial independence and your self-worth, while we have Pluto transforming your money, your resources, your skill set, your cash, your property. Having this your shared resources, your intimate relationships at odds with each other. The opportunities can come from resolving financial entanglements or estrangements, or to deepen your emotional bonds through trust and honesty through your communication with other people, strengthening your personal value system. The challenge is going to be with power struggles. Remember, this is an opposition. One opposes the others. What is mine? What is ours? What is mine that's invested, or what do I have invested? This is not just about money, but this is also about time, love, resources. And so there can be power struggles about money or emotional vulnerability that can now come up within your partnerships. Approach your financial and emotional discussions with transparency and fairness at this time. Use this energy to build stability and trust within your relationships. Avoid any impulse decision or impulse buying with shared resources or personal finances. Use this transit to truly renegotiate your agreements, or for you to create a sustainable financial plan for yourself. Address any fears of intimacy or vulnerability with your trusted partners. This could be with a best friend, if you have resources that are shared together, a business partner, significant other. This also includes family members with debt or wills, or can be exes. This is really going to be a powerful time for emotional healing and the building of trust. This is a time of empowerment, because it's transforming how you value yourself and your contributions or your connections with other people. Let go of any old patterns that no longer serve your growth. This transit is inviting deep emotional healing around self-worth and fear. It's about transformative growth and the opportunities for you to realign with your personal desires and your broader goals of what do you need for security? What do you want from somebody else? What do you it's emotional security, financial security for you. So Capricorn, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, go to willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon membership community using the link below, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Aquarius, you have Venus in your second house. I love this for you because Venus is the goddess of love and beauty and money and resources. And so she wants to bring people, places, and things together. Venus in your second house is emphasizing your self-worth, your income, your personal values. It's encouraging you to align your finances with your passions and finding fulfillment within your work. Having Venus here is an opportunity for you to focus on your financial growth, your skill set, your creative investments, you building confidence through self-care and pursuing these meaningful projects. I'm going to encourage you to avoid overspending and undervaluing your skill. Know your value, know your worth. Make these practical choices while pursuing your passions. Balance treating yourself while maintaining financial responsibility. Now, the Mars-Pluto opposition, not going to lie, this is a hard one. Pluto is in your first house of identity for the next 20 years. And so Mars is boosting your assertiveness in your +1 sector, your partnership sector. The 7th house represents you with everybody else. Business partner, best friend, significant other, open enemy, exes, contracts, negotiations. It's other people in your life. And so Pluto is saying you need to transform your identity. You need to transform your identity within your partnership dynamics. The opportunity that can come from this opposition is you redefining your role within your relationships, asserting what are your needs with confidence. You strengthening your partnership by addressing the power dynamics that are at play here. There can be conflicts over control or independence that can surface within close relationships, best friends, significant other. And so focus on collaboration and the shared goals. Avoid trying to win the conflict and instead strive for this mutual understanding. Assert your needs within relationships without dominating or withdrawing. Focus on healthy communication in order to navigate these power dynamics that can arise. Reflect on how your relationship they shape your identity with who you believe that you are and who it makes you into. Use this time to integrate the lessons from these past challenges in order to step into a more authentic version of who you are, yourself. Collaborate with others in order to find these win-win situations. Avoid trying to win the conflict, but look at it as how can we both win through this. This is about an opportunity to avoid the tension that can come from always having to be the one on top. These transits invite deep emotional healing within who you are and how you collaborate or communicate with others, either in your personal or in your business. Remember that the 7th house is contractual relationships and your personal relationships. And so this is going to be an opportunity to transform, grow, and an opportunity to align those relationships with who you are. So Aquarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, go to willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my membership community through Patreon using the link below, and don't forget to subscribe. So for Pisces, I love that Venus is now moving into your first house of self. The first house represents your identity, your happiness, your joy. It's what people see. And so this is going to enhance your charm, your creativity, your emotional expression. You might feel more confident. You might feel more inspired to share your gifts with other people, to the world. Having Venus here, it's attracting opportunities for love and creativity with personal growth, focusing on your self-care, you aligning with your highest potential. The challenge can come from over-idealism, and that could lead to unrealistic expectations. So stay grounded with embracing your own natural talents, your own natural abilities. You are amazing. You are enough. Use this transit to truly express your authentic self and cultivate your personal growth. Now, you also have a Mars-Pluto opposition. Now, with this Mars-Pluto opposition, Mars's energy is really firing up your health, your routines, your work life. Having Mars retrograde here, it's about going back over your day-to-day tasks. Pluto is transforming your subconscious patterns, your hidden fears. Having Pluto in your 12th house of your dreams, your intuition, your psychic ability, the house of going within, the house of being alone, and how do I overcome limitations? That's what you are going to be working on for the next 20 years. Look at Pluto here as a gift for freeing your mind, your body, your spirit. The opportunity with this transit's going to be you creating healthier habits, addressing any unresolved or emotional issues that have come up, bringing balance to your daily life. There can be a challenge of stress from overworking or avoiding emotional healing that could hinder your progress. So truly prioritize rest, prioritize self-care. Use this time to cut away things that are holding you back on your daily routines. Look for supportive healing practices so you can tap into your mind, your body, your spirit. Focus on transforming your daily routines that better support your physical and your emotional health. There can be small but consistent changes that can lead to major, profound results. Address any subconscious fears or habits that can come up or emerge at this time. This is through meditation, therapy, counseling, or introspection that can help you navigate your inner struggles, because this is about freedom and liberation and liberating yourself from your mind and from the fears that can come from the limitations that have been put on you. Avoid overworking. Make sure that you are not neglecting your self-care. Find a balance between your action and your rest in order to maintain your best physical, emotional, spiritual, psychological health and well-being. These transits invite you to have this healing of freedom and liberation in order to have this transformative growth that's mind, body, and spirit, an opportunity to align with your personal desires for your broader goals. So Pisces, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Join me live on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, go to willowgracemystic.com. For exclusive content and deeper insights, check out my Patreon community membership using the link below, and don't forget to subscribe.